So after having made this coop, I decided that I wanted to make an external nesting box. And the reason is I thought that it would open up a bit more space inside the coop if I wanted to get a few more chickens. So this is the beginning of it. I'm removing the door that I am able to get to the nesting boxes that are inside the coop. And here I'm just taking off the hinges now. One thing that I do that you don't see on camera is I remove all the slats that I use that match up with the rest of the coop, and I keep them in order, and I put them back on the external nesting box so they still match up with the rest of the coop. The only thing I ended up having to add later on were the outsides of the nesting box. So you saw me make a frame, just a rectangle that would fit into that space, and then I build off of it away from the coop. Now at this point I've already made a piece of board that fits inside of that for the floor of that nesting box, and here I am beginning to make the very bottom of the floor, and here is just going to be the rest of the framing that I'm working on. And here's where all the framing is done. I tried to make it as strong as I possibly could, and this thing would not budge. It was strong as I wanted it to be, so I was pretty happy with the outcome of that. Here I'm taking some styrofoam that I had already, and I'm cutting it to the size of the bottom panel because I wanted to do a little bit of insulation on this piece since it is external, and I didn't want the boxes to get too hot or too cold. So right here I'm fitting for the bottom of the nesting box. And here you're going to see me use a little bit larger drill bit, and that's just for the tops of the screws. Unfortunately I broke my countersink bit, so that's all I had to use that day. I removed the current nesting boxes so I can mount the framework for the new nesting boxes here. On the inside of the coop, there was already a 2x4 which I was able to mount the box to, but I had to add a 2x4 on the inside for the top part of that nesting box. So I had that, and I just screw that on. I use quite a few wood screws whenever I'm mounting this. I want to make sure that it was very solid to the rest of the coop.
Okay, I'll do the rest outside.
And here's what it looks like with the entire framework mounted to the rest of the coop. Okay, so while I'm working on that outside nesting box, I went ahead and just kind of threw the old nesting box back into the coop. I didn't screw it down or anything. It's stable, so it's not going to fall over, but I threw it inside, put some cardboard on that opening where I'm going to be working. That way, in case the girls want to go back in and lay an egg, they're going to be able to, and I can continue to work on the outside on that outside nesting box. You want to go in?
Yeah, no, she ran away.
Oh.
But Snowman was on the going like this at the door.
Sure enough, as soon as I was talking into the camera about that, one of the girls was trying to get into that coop, so I'm glad I did that. And here I've cut a side panel for the nesting box, and I'm just putting that in place. And then I'll put the other side in place as well. So now it was time to add the hinges. I just traced them out and used a router to cut out for the hinges. Here I'm routing out the door. I'm not routing out the roof there as it looks. I just set it up on top. That way it's a little bit more easy access for me and a little bit faster for me to get it done. The panel ends up being a little bit long, so I make my mark and I go ahead and cut it off at the mark. I did not show this on camera, but I just used a circular saw to do it. And I went ahead and cut out some more styrofoam for the nesting box and just added it to both sides. And this is where I began adding those facade pieces that I had set aside at the very beginning. They totally match the ones on the top, so I'm just reapplying them. I end up having to make some new ones for the sides, but that was less important than trying to match this up, and it worked out pretty well. And here I began adding the side pieces. This is more wood that I had laying around. A couple of those that I applied right there is from an old privacy fence, the tops of them. With this addition, I think I added another $15 to $20 on my total cost for the coop itself. So I'm at about $35 for the coop. So not really a big deal. But there we are without the roofing. Now the plywood that I got wasn't really too thick, so I ended up doubling it up on it for the roof of the nest boxes. That way whenever I nailed down the roofing itself, it would not go all the way through and the chickens wouldn't be hitting their heads on nails. And by moving those nests outside, this is kind of how it opened up the coop on the inside, and I was able to add another roost for the chickens. So pretty happy with that. Lots more room for them. And for those of you who are interested to know how big this coop is, it measured about 4'8" in length and about 3'2.5" wide. After nailing the roof down, I take some caulk and caulk all the way around. That way I seal it up and I don't get anything leaking into the coop itself. Then what you're going to see me do is since these are two boards nailed together, I end up just taking the caulk and smearing it all the way around it, just so it kind of helps not absorb any water, just kind of seals it up a little bit for me. I begin to put down the tar paper and then the roof. The roof ends up not looking the absolute best, but it works fine, so I'm not too worried about it. I had to do some notching when I got near the coop itself, just because of how everything was cut, but it worked out, and I'm pretty happy with it. And here's where I'm having to make those notches for the shingles when I got up right up next to the coop. So it's just taking me a little while to get those notches cut out so I can slide those shingles up as far as I possibly can to the coop. And there's the finished product with a board added on top. And here you can see I added a latch to keep the door closed. I had a piece of aluminum off to the side I used for another project, and I used that because I felt like it kind of held on to this latch a little bit better than what came with the latch. And with this thing on there, I don't think anything's getting in. And here's how the door opens up. I have some strings that hold it so it doesn't fly all the way down. I may change that by adding a couple chains later on, but that's what I have currently. But it looks pretty darn good. I'm pretty excited about it. I was really happy with the way it turned out. And check it out, this coop is done. Okay guys, that's it for the video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.